Following an emotional hearing during which multiple victim impact statements were read on April 1st, 2020, Kyle Alexander Newmiller, 24 of Baudette, was sentenced in Lake of the Woods County Court by Judge Donna Dixon to 6 years in the State Correctional Institution in St. Cloud, Minnesota. The sentence comes after Newmiller pled guilty to count one of vehicular homicide at a hearing in March. Newmiller has been in jail since July 24th, 2019, following his involvement in a head-on collision that took the life of Cindy McDougal, 42, of Baudette. He was charged with 2 counts of criminal vehicular homicide, count one indicating he did cause the death of a human being, not constituting murder or manslaughter as a result of operating a motor vehicle in a grossly negligent manner, and count two stating he did cause the death of a human being, not constituting murder or manslaughter as a result of operating a motor vehicle in a negligent manner while knowingly under the influence of a hazardous substance. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, attendance at the hearing was limited to Newmiller, his attorney, Stephen Shermone, Lake of the Woods County Attorney, James Osted, and 4 family members of the victim, Cindy McDougal. Other family members and friends and this reporter were able to listen in on the hearing via conference call. McDougal's mother, Nancy Bruce, was the first to read her victim impact statement, followed by her son-in-law, Cindy's widowed husband, Dave McDougal. 10 other statements written by family members and friends of Cindy were read aloud by the county attorney. While each one different in its own right, most every statement contained a request to the judge that Newmiller receive the maximum penalty allowed by law. My hope is he will receive a very long sentence, Nancy Bruce said in her statement. He does not deserve to live a life free. Dave McDougal echoed that sentiment. I ask and pray that the court gives Newmiller the maximum prison sentence and fine. In his victim impact statement, McDougal also expressed his anger and disappointment with the court system for proceedings that, in his opinion, had gone on far too long. Following the reading of the victim impact statements, Newmiller was given a chance to address Cindy's family. I am truly sorry for everything that's happened, he said, crying. Today is the hardest thing I've ever been through. I am remorseful. I want you to know I am sorry for everything I put you and the whole community through. Following Newmiller's statement, a brief discussion was held regarding any fine or restitutions being imposed by the court. A brief recess was called while Osted consulted with the family regarding that issue. When he returned to the courtroom, Osted told the judge that a separate civil matter would address that issue. They are not asking for money in the criminal case, Osted said. They feel no amount of money could compensate for the loss of Cindy. It was then the judge's turn to speak. There is nothing I can say that will help any of you, Judge Dixon began. I am sorry for your loss. I can't comprehend what you are going through. I am sorry for your disappointment in our imperfect justice system, which is what we have, she continued. We have to take into consideration the rights of the defendant as well as the victims. This is a long investigation process. The rights of the defendant must be protected too. Judge Dixon went on to explain that the term maximum sentence is a bit of a misnomer, but rather there are sentencing guidelines that judges must follow. My sentence is not going to make up for your loss, the judge said. No sentence could. She then addressed Kyle Newmiller. Mr. Newmiller, you are a young man. This is a serious turning point in your life, she said. Your actions have taken a life. This is your opportunity to make changes, do something to try to make up for this loss. You have a chance to make something better of your life, she concluded, before imparting the sentence. Judge Dixon then remanded Newmiller to commitment of the Commissioner of Corrections in St. Cloud for a term of 72 months, of which he is required to serve at least 2/3 or 48 months, 4 years. He will receive credit for 255 days served in the Lake of the Woods County Jail. She warned Newmiller that should he violate any rules, his sentence may be extended. She then imparted a minimum fine of $50 before dismissing count 2 with prejudice. The hearing, which was called to order at 1:03 p.m., was adjourned at 2:12. That story from the Northern Light Region newspaper. I'm Neil Carlson reporting for PageOnePublications.com.